Welcome to an intriguing exploration of the mind, where we delve into reverse psychology, rejection, and Marcus Aurelius Stoicism. Today, we unravel the mysteries of the human psyche, where the concept of rejection intertwines with the ancient philosophy of Stoicism and the intriguing science of reverse psychology. Stoicism, a philosophy of personal ethics informed by its system of logic and views on the natural world, was developed by the great Marcus Aurelius. It teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions. On the other hand, reverse psychology is an interesting facet of human behavior, where a person is persuaded to do something by suggesting they do the opposite. And then there's rejection, a universally dreaded experience. But what if we could reframe this fear and use it as a tool for self-improvement? Let's embark on this fascinating journey and discover the 15 lessons that can change your perspective on life. Lesson 1, embrace rejection. Rejection is not the end, it's the beginning. Picture rejection as a springboard, propelling you towards your next endeavor. Consider the countless inventors, authors, and entrepreneurs who faced rejection before achieving success. They didn't falter at the first hurdle. Instead, they used each no as fuel to improve, to refine, and to persevere. It's a stepping stone on the road to achievement, a teacher in the school of hard knocks. Remember, it's not about avoiding rejection, but about learning from it. Moving on to lessons 2 through 5, we delve into the Stoic Principles of Marcus Aurelius. First, let's consider the principle of understanding what we can control. Aurelius emphasized the importance of focusing our energy on what's within our control, our thoughts, our actions, our reactions. The world outside is chaotic and unpredictable, but the world within us, that's ours to command. So instead of fretting over the weather, traffic, or other people's opinions, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate our inner strength and tranquility. Next, we have the principle of accepting what we can't control. This is the flip side of the first principle. The universe, in all its vastness and complexity, holds countless factors beyond our control. The Stoic person understands this and accepts it with serenity. They don't waste time battling the inevitable or railing against the uncontrollable. Instead, they adjust their sails and navigate the storm. Thirdly, we explore the principle of embracing adversity. Aurelius believed that every setback is an opportunity for growth, every challenge a chance to build character. To a Stoic, adversity isn't something to be feared or avoided, but welcomed as a teacher. It's through adversity that we learn to be resilient, to endure, and to thrive. Lastly, we have the principle of practicing mindfulness. Stoicism encourages us to live in the present moment, to be fully engaged in the here and now. It's about savoring the current experience, not dwelling on past regrets or anxiously anticipating the future. Mindfulness, according to Stoicism, is the key to a fulfilling life. These principles teach us resilience in the face of adversity and the art of being present. These Stoic lessons aren't just ancient philosophies. They are timeless wisdom that can guide us through the challenges of modern life. They remind us that while we can't control everything, we can control how we respond. They teach us to embrace adversity as an opportunity, and they urge us to live mindfully, fully experiencing each moment. The Stoic Principles of Marcus Aurelius, therefore, offer us a roadmap to a more resilient, mindful, and fulfilling life. Scene script. Lessons 6 through 10 introduce us to the intriguing world of reverse psychology. Let's dive right in. The first technique is called the push-pull method. Imagine you're playing tug of war. Instead of pulling continuously, you give a sudden push. Your opponent, expecting resistance, loses balance. That's the essence of this method. You present an opinion or idea, then suddenly withdraw it, leaving the other person off balance and more likely to agree with you. Next, we have the double bind. This is where you present two options, but either choice leads to a desired outcome for you. It's like asking a child, do you want to do your homework now or after dinner? Regardless of the choice, the homework gets done. The third technique is reverse role play. Here, you allow the other person to believe they are in control, that they're the puppet master. However, by subtly guiding their decisions, you're actually the one pulling the strings. The fourth method is called the forbidden fruit. This technique leverages the human tendency to crave what's off limits. By making something seem forbidden or exclusive, you increase its appeal. It's why secret societies are so enticing, why limited edition items are so sought after. Finally, we have the false attribution. This involves attributing a person's actions or decisions to causes that aren't real. For example, if someone refuses your request, you might say, I understand, you must be tired today. This may lead them to reconsider, not wanting to seem weak or unhelpful. In essence, these techniques work by psychologically nudging others towards the outcome you desire. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use these techniques ethically, respecting others' autonomy and well-being. Master these techniques, and you become a master of persuasion and influence. Lessons 11 through 15 show us how to apply Stoicism and reverse psychology in our daily lives. Let's start with a personal scenario. Imagine you're feeling overwhelmed by a significant challenge. This is where Stoicism steps in. Instead of succumbing to stress, acknowledge the challenge and perceive it as a chance to grow. Remember Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, the obstacle is the way. By changing your perception, you empower yourself to confront the challenge head on, demonstrating the power of Stoicism. Now, let's move on to professional life. Imagine you're in a negotiation and you want the other party to agree with you. Here's where reverse psychology comes into play. Instead of directly persuading them, you could subtly suggest that maybe your proposal might be too innovative or forward-thinking for them. This could spark their curiosity or their competitive spirit, making them more likely to agree with you. This is a classic example of reverse psychology. What about when you face rejection? Stoicism teaches us not to fear rejection, but to see it as a learning opportunity. The next time you face rejection, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? This shift in perspective can not only help you grow, but also makes you more resilient. And what about when you want someone to do something they're resistant to? Try using reverse psychology. Instead of telling them directly, suggest the opposite. For example, if you want your colleague to take on a project, you might say, perhaps this project might be too challenging for you. This could motivate them to prove you wrong and take on the project. Lastly, remember that Stoicism and reverse psychology are tools. They're not meant to manipulate, but to help navigate through life's ups and downs with grace and effectiveness. Implementing these lessons can lead to profound changes in your life, making you more resilient, influential, and in control. As we conclude our journey through these 15 lessons, it's time for reflection. We've traversed the intricate labyrinth of reverse psychology, explored the profound depths of Stoicism, and discovered how to use rejection as a tool for our benefit. Now it's time to pause and look back on the lessons we've learned, and more importantly, decide which ones we will carry forward in our lives. Lesson 1 taught us to embrace rejection, not as a setback, but as a stepping stone for growth. It's a shift in perspective that can change the way we approach challenges and setbacks. Then, we dove into the Stoic Principles, learning to focus on what we can control and letting go of what we can't. This is a lesson in acceptance and resilience, and it's a powerful tool for navigating life's ups and downs. We also learned about reverse psychology techniques, an insightful guide to understanding human behavior and how to influence it. These techniques are not just about manipulation, but about understanding others and helping them make better decisions. Our journey then took us to the practical application of Stoicism and reverse psychology in daily life. We learned how these principles and techniques can be used to improve our relationships, our work, and our personal growth. Remember Lesson 5, where we talked about using rejection to fuel our determination, or Lesson 10, where we discussed how Stoicism can help us find peace in the face of adversity. Each of these lessons holds a unique potential to change our lives for the better. And then there was Lesson 15, where we discovered how to use reverse psychology to help others make better decisions. This lesson not only teaches us how to influence others, but also how to empathize with them and understand their perspective. In this journey, we've learned that rejection isn't a roadblock, but a stepping stone. That Stoicism isn't about indifference, but about acceptance. And that reverse psychology isn't about manipulation, but about understanding. These lessons are not just theories or concepts, but practical tools that can help us navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Now, we would love to hear from you. Which of these lessons resonates with you the most? Which one will you implement in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this journey of self-improvement together.